Hey, History 512 guys. I'm coming to you with another research discussion. My name's Dylan Richards. I just wanted to share this with you guys and kind of introduce you into my research topic that I've been working on throughout this class. So basically, I am doing a research topic over the Battle of Blue Licks and Daniel Boone's involvement in that and everything surrounding these two entities. So, first thing you need to know, the Battle of Blue Licks actually took place August 19th, 1782. And the reason I actually chose it was because it is actually one of the last battles of the Revolutionary War, and it was actually the very last battle to take place in my home state of Kentucky. So, I thought it was really cool, thought it would be great to talk about. And so, also, I actually, you know, another important piece of this too is that. Uh, I didn't even originally know about this. I had to do my own research to find out about it. And it's actually one of the most overlooked battles of the Revolutionary War because it happened after the siege of Yorktown. And, word doesn't spread fast back in this time. And so they continued to fight and on the frontier in Kentucky while the war kind of on the coast kind of stopped and ceased a bit there. And it's really overlooked just because it was also a small battle, it was a small conflict that took place, but important key figures in there, like Daniel Boone was there, and so I mean it's really important to our country's history, and so I thought it should be covered more. Um, there's also controversy surrounding Daniel Boone's role in this conflict, which also prompted me to look into it. Daniel Boone is really known as this frontiersman who helped discover places like Kentucky, Tennessee, the Cumberland Gap area, stuff like that. Um, so just kind of wanted to dig more into that and see what that was all about. So as far as my research goes, I actually had to do a lot. Um, I had to read books like this one right here. It's a really old book from the 1930s uh, called The Battle of Blue Licks by Samuel Wilson. I've also read The History of the Blue Licks by Bennett Young and Daniel Boone Alive, and all and a endless amount of primary sources from people like Boone himself, Hugh McGarry, which was another general that was there, several soldiers, even some British accounts from this part, and they all kind of helped me lead to some of these conclusions, and a lot of the information matches up, but some of it doesn't. So I really enjoyed doing that. I actually spent a lot of time at the University of Kentucky archives and rare books collections. Uh, so there was a lot of books that I really couldn't get my hands on, but I was able to, whether that be digitally or in person, where I had to go into the archives. So I spent a lot of time in there. I even had the opportunity. It was actually really cool. I even had the opportunity to visit the actual battlefield site there in Carlisle, Kentucky. It didn't have a lot of information that really helped with my research process, but I had a good time and thought it was really cool to see where the actual battle took place. So very cool in that aspect. The historical markers and stuff pointing everything out, very cool. Um, Grave sites, awesome kind of deal. So I enjoyed doing that. It was a beautiful place too. If you don't go there for the history, go there for the nature. It's awesome. I also held several meetings with professors that I've had at the University of Kentucky. Several of them of which specialize in state history, uh, and so they were able to help me in that aspect, and I really appreciated their help and their time. And so I was able to dig more into that. That's how some of my research went. As far as my findings go, here's some of the big points that I really gathered together. One of which is that the number of combatants during this battle is still officially unknown. There's not an exact number, there's only an estimate that they can really gather on how many people were actually fighting in this. It was so small, and the primary sources that we do have, like Boone uh, and everybody, really, and like Colonel Trigg and stuff like that, they really did not have an exact number. They did not agree in their sources with how many people were present at the time. Even the deaths kind of vary, but we've kind of narrowed down that. Um, some of the accounts, like Colonel Young, are not accurate that we have found. So in one of his accounts, for sure, I remember I have a document that he stated that his men were following the British and the Indians up the Buffalo Trace. Uh, this was big because buffalo used to roam in Kentucky. They don't anymore, at least not freely. And so whenever this took place and they were following the buffalo trace, it wasn't really a buffalo trace. It was just this nice. It was a nice trail left by frontiersmen and whatnot. But the buffalo trace did not exist until a few years after, along with it being way west of their location that they were in. So that's some inaccurate information that Colonel Young put together in his later years following the battle. Uh, so I had to point that out, make the research known that that was false. Also, I had also really concluded that Daniel Boone had no choice but to lead his men into this. There was actually a huge uh, thing where Boone started to feel a little like suspicious of why he was following the British, like because they had done an attack on a frontier town, and they were following them uh, to try to get them out of Kentucky. And so Boone felt like there was a trap. He even warned this man, "Hey, I don't think this is a great idea." He was really suspicious, but Hugh McGarry, the colonel at the time that was the head, uh, certainly made his point that they needed to go ahead and reach the British and the Indians before they crossed the Ohio River. Um, And so at this time is actually documented by one of the soldiers that Boone said the words, "We are all slaughtered men." And that just really confirmed everything along with Boone's original account. Other people were saying too, hey, Boone warned us about this, but we kind of went into a trap and ambush. And so honestly, that's one of the things I concluded. New information has been uncovered through my research, and Daniel Boone's legacy as a frontiersman and a soldier also remains untarnished, spotless, honestly, in fact. And so I can't wait to finish up my paper. I can't wait to tie it up in a nice bow and publish it, and you know, or sorry, submit it. But honestly, I plan on reporting my findings and stuff like that to some of my professors, and hoping that this actually gets somewhere, and hoping that this actually helps out historians that like to study at the micro or the micro level of history and this kind of thing. So hope you guys enjoyed hearing about it, and yeah, thank you.